Niggas will be making songs talking about playing on the Super Nintendo, and I'm like, dog,
for real.
We talk about Super Nintendo in your raps?
You know what I mean?
Come on, man.
But like, yo, I'm out here. I'm brand new, like Super Smash Brothers. Like, come on, my nigga. Come on, my nigga. Niggas gonna be outdated like a motherfucker. But yeah, shout out to Method Man and Mary J. Blige. Shout out to your Image Awards and shit. Yeah, Hold It Down podcast. We're here. We're clear. You know what I'm saying? I was about to say something bad, but I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'll be your host right here. Say Quan. Shameless plug, nigga. Shameless plug.
For the audio listeners, he pointed to his hoodie that he hung over a chair, and on his hoodie it says, "I sell beats."
At SAYQUAND. Just a shameless plug. It really just came from me leaving the hoodie downstairs randomly, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna just shamelessly plug that thing. You know what I'm saying? Just put the advertisement right there. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even gotta search for it. It's right there in front of you, baby. You don't even stress it, baby. You feel me? It's right there. But yeah, I'll be one half of the Hold It Down podcast collective. You know what I'm saying? Duo. You know what I mean? The Casey and JoJo. I'm here with my co-host.
You already know what it is, y'all.
Bazaar from D12.
You already know what it is, y'all. It's your main man, the Unstoppable Bloodbath. I actually saw Bazaar, the episode of the T-Pain podcast recently. So, I mean, people still talking to him.
What the hell? What? Why?
I don't know.
Why?
I didn't watch the episode. I just saw a clip from it. And I was like, Bazaar?
I ain't gonna lie. I'll give T-Pain credit. His guest list be random as shit, but it's never bad. Like, it's always like, because it'll be like him and T-Pain. It don't make sense, but they'll just make it make sense because T-Pain is just that dope. Speaking of T-Pain campaign in full effect. You know what I'm saying? It don't stop. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We don't die. We just multiply.
Listen to the EP, y'all.
Listen to the EP, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
We're going to get some more songs out there in a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Stay tuned.
Yeah, part 2 coming soon. You know what I'm saying? When we formulate the idea, you know what I'm saying? When we plan the plan of attack, you know what I'm saying? That we execute properly only the way that Dead End Associates do. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dead End, you know what I'm saying? The label, Pot a Lot Records. You feel me? For those that get confused, we're calling Dead End Hip Hop Pot a Lot Records. I don't know if niggas look that shit up and be like, you know what I mean? We probably gave somebody an idea. That is a good idea. Somebody need to have a label named Pot a Lot Records. I feel like, especially with the podcast world, like usually being deeper in tune to things, you know what I'm saying? They would respect that because they would know about rap a lot and they'd be like, you know, that'd be a good idea. So, you know, somebody out there with a podcast conglomerate or know somebody with that, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and spread the idea. Take it for free, man. You know what I'm saying? We got sauce over here. You know what I mean? But we be the Hold It Down podcast, you know what I'm saying? Where we come with the, you know, the good old hip hop related shenanigans. You feel me? And we review battle raps. You feel me? So.
Was that you doing the intro?
Low key.
Sure. That was close enough. So.
Low key. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to try to keep this, we're going to try to keep it short. And honestly, I feel like it is going to be short because honestly, like, we have multiple battles to cover, which usually means when we have multiple battles, we don't do precise details. So we're probably going to skim through.
It was a short event, so I actually took detailed notes and scored and everything. I don't know if you took
especially since they freaking canceled battles and shit.
Yeah, well, it wasn't that they canceled them. It was life was happening.
Yeah.
So
I get that. So. You know, it's not like Twerk was involved, so
exactly that would be different.
Yeah. So it is what it is. But as far as news topics, we really only got like 2 things, and I'm gonna just cover the first one real quick. You know what I'm saying? I won't even have Bloodbath be involved just in case, you know, what facts only comes through for me.
Yep.
So as
blame
reported,
this nigga.
This is all lives matter except this nigga. I think about that shit randomly. That is like Game just has a way of dissing niggas. And it's just like, it was so ignorant, and yet it was fire. It's like, bruh, this is all live matter except this niggas. Like, I was like, all right. But so apparently Method Man and Mary J. Blige got an NAACP Image Award for their roles in Power Book 2 Ghost. Love to see it. Love to see, you know what I'm saying, people out here shining.
You watch that show?
Nope, not at all.
I don't watch it either, but I mean, I hear great things, so
I know 50,
I know it's popular. I know all the Power shows are popular.
Yeah, I know 50 out here. 50 out here. He got. I wouldn't even say he got one. He got. This is damn near a new G Unit at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like them shits is going platinum. You know what I'm saying? Platinum orgasms. You feel me? Out here with it. Shout out to 50 Cent. Shout out to Method Man. You know what I'm saying? He has said the price has gone up. So, you know, anybody that watches this that got multi-millions of dollars and don't want to throw it this way, you know what I'm saying? So we can record outside of our kitchen. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? If you don't want to throw it over here, but you want to throw it towards Method Man, you know what I'm saying? Just letting you know the price has gone up. But congratulations to Method Man and Mary J. Blige. Mary J. Blige also has released an album, I think on her own label this time.
Oh, she got a new label?
Yeah.
What's it called? Do you know what her label's called?
Nope.
If you don't know. You don't know? All right, we don't know.
But I have heard that it's on her label, which is why like this album's kind of significant. And it's getting like a slightly different push, which like I guess would make sense if it's on her own label. Yeah. And I've listened to a few tracks. I ain't gonna lie, I'm digging it because like the sound is almost like, it almost sounds like something she really would want to make because it's Mary J. Blige, so there's always gonna be a quality to it. But that might have been also why, you know, when I see a song with her and Fabio Foreign and I fucking hear the Who Run It sample, and I'm just like, the last thing I would think to hear is when I click on a Mary J. Blige song is the Who Run It sample. You know what I'm saying? I've heard samples before. She's from Yonkers. Shout out to Yonkers, New York based. May hear like some old school New York shit. Yeah. But to hear Who Run It, it's an R&B song featuring Fabio Foreign. All right.
You think maybe the R&B lane is going to like flop, like not flop is like go back, like flop is like flip flop. So right now the hip hop game is taking 90s R&B samples and making hip hop songs with them. You think the R&B game is going to take hip hop samples and make them into R&B songs?
Hell no,
because it's look that's the game now, is to take a 90s R&B sample. That's what everybody's doing.
It definitely is, but I feel like we've already come past the era where R&B artists were acting like rappers. So they're not gonna, it's gonna be hard. There's gonna be a few, but it's gonna be hard for it to be like a whole era of trying to flip a rap song and making it an R&B song, because you, first of all, you gotta be skilled to do that shit, because only few niggas can do that shit.
I don't know. I didn't listen to it.
You gotta be Diddy to do that shit.
I ain't listened to it yet. But I was at the studio earlier when they was recording the review of Conway's new album. They said that Jill Scott recorded the verse.
I approve everything Jill Scott related.
I was like, what? I was like, hold up. Jill Scott was rapping? They said, Kev, Jill Scott was rapping. And then she sang at the end too. I said, I need to listen to this. I need to listen to that new Conway. So, hey, bro, it might be a flip. It might be the R&B singers might decide to start rapping and using sampling old stuff. Like,
hey, I don't know what Bryson Tiller gonna do out here. He gonna be lost like a motherfucker. It's gonna be like,
niggas ain't found him in a minute, no way. So I guess he gonna stay lost.
I'm gonna say he definitely get low every 5 years.
Did you say his Christmas album was garbage?
It was basura, my nigga. It had one good song in there, but I didn't really count that because for one thing, it's a Christmas album, and there's no disrespect to Bryson Tiller, but somebody at this camp should have told him there's nothing Christmas about him. Okay, his sound is very much like brokenhearted over my girl. Everything opposite of Christmas is Bryson Tiller. Damn. Everything but violence is Bryson Tiller.
So you saying he need to leave that to niggas like John Legend?
Yes.
Does John Legend have a Christmas album? He seems like a nigga who have a Christmas album.
Definitely should. If he don't, he definitely should. If
John Legend make a Christmas album.
If Dipset could have a Christmas album, that nigga needs a Christmas album. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I should have known.
Chance has a Christmas album,
and Chance has, you know, happy sounding music, so it matches with him. You know what I'm saying? I should have known it was gonna be trash when I seen just Bryson wearing all white. Bryson don't wear no. Look at that nigga's album covers, bruh. The like first
red,
one,
and then it'd be blue,
and then dark red, and then the second one was just black. And then the third one is dark blue. Like, this nigga don't wear, this nigga's album covers look like this, my nigga. Like, what the fuck is he wearing all white for? I should have known that shit was gonna be ass. And he had one good song that sounded like him, and then the other one was a Justin Bieber song that really sounded like a Justin Bieber song featuring him. But, you know, since it's him featuring Justin, we'll give him credit for it. Yeah. But other than that, you know, I won't put it as a knock against him. Maybe he just felt inspired. And he did tell niggas he was going to be more consistent this year. But, you know, I guess the other tape wasn't ready. Either way, you know, I'd rather have niggas wait and take their time with the shit and put it out and it be good than put out trash.
I feel you on that.
Know? That's why we were discussing earlier that, like, it would be nice if TDE came out as consistently like Griselda did. But, you know, if they start putting out shit and the shit don't sound good, then, you know.
And they gonna lose some respect out here. Pretty quickly, because like they got a lot of respect now, but it's starting to fade. Because you gotta think, TDE,
since Kendrick ain't part of it no more technically,
TDE is like peak low key. Is we're past their peak because
for sure
TDE was sort of popping early 2010s. We're in 2022 now.
Yeah,
so we got a whole different generation of ears on their shit.
Yeah,
there's probably a lot of niggas who at this point have probably never heard the Kendrick Lamar EP and OD and probably Section 80. Yeah, they probably ain't never heard none of the Absol Long Term. They ain't heard none of that.
Yeah,
they don't know. So to them, TDE, I mean, Kendrick is cool, but they don't care about the rest of them. SZA, that's it. That's really it for them right now. And then Isaiah Rashad just put something out. Besides that, TDE, as far as like modern mainstream everyday ears, they're past being that be like the niggas. Oh, I'm trying to be like TDE. Everybody wanted to be on TDE, but now seeing how like they've been taking such big gaps, I don't think that they have the same name recognition that they had a couple of years ago. In my opinion, I'll be wrong sometimes.
And we're still in an era where niggas is popping out music like hotcakes. Yeah. So when you're at a place where respectfully you take your time with your albums and you ain't put one out in a minute, you will be forgotten about, especially when you like these niggas that they're actually talented, so they're not gonna put their names not gonna be in tabloids. They're not gonna say dumb shit. They're not gonna Kanye themselves. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna Lil Boozy themselves. So you ain't gonna hear about these niggas until either a verse come out or an album coming out.
Yeah, and like to niggas like us, that's fine. Yeah, because like we're used to TDE. Yeah, but to niggas who ain't used to TDE, it's like, all right, bro, whatever. They don't drop enough for me. Or like even like assuming like niggas younger than us, their ears are different at this point, and like they have so many other options. Niggas like YoungBoy putting out projects all the motherfucking time.
Niggas like Conway putting out 2 projects in 2 weeks.
Yeah, so it's like it's easy to get swept under the rug, but everybody else always got something else going on. So
for sure,
like I said, I respect TDE, but in my opinion, I do feel like their name doesn't hold as much weight as it did like 5 years ago.
For sure. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, I think that's a good observation, and I don't even think they would be offended with that. I think, you know, times change. They're still well respected out here amongst, you know, the rap peers and whatnot. And when they drop something, it will shake the room like it needs to. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they J Electronica out here. You know what I mean?
It's not like that.
J Electronica, man.
If you want to know how we feel about J Electronica, go watch the Lost episode, or just listen to it since it's waiting a video, so you can just listen to it. Put it on in the background. Jesus. We did an in-depth conversation about J Electronica.
For sure.
It was like a 2-hour episode.
For sure. For sure. You know what I mean? It was to symbolize how long it is to wait for a damn J Electronica verse. Yeah. Let alone song, let alone tape, let alone album, let alone project. Where's Just Blaze, my nigga?
Oh, I saw something. Niggas said. I saw a tweet. Niggas is like, it's been 2 years and we still like when Just Blaze went live was playing unreleased music, and they said Just Blaze was playing something that had J Electronica and Drake and all kinds of other niggas on it, and it's just like, and this song still ain't came out. It's been 2 years. It's like, just imagine being somebody like Just Blaze. Like, he got a lot of unreleased bangers that the public has never heard.
That's something that really bothers me. Is like, I like with the little bit of window that I have into the industry, I really have to accept that niggas really do be sitting on bangers. Like, niggas really just sit on it, and I don't understand why. As a fan, you know what I'm saying? I know when you are a certain level, label, money gets involved, things got to get cleared. Cool, but it's like when the joint is a banger though, like, why are we still holding on to this? You know what I'm saying? And like, everybody does it. Like, even Joe Budden. like when Joe Budden clearly retired from rap, like he would even be like, you know, I think after like a year or two, like, hold up, niggas forgot that I get busy. Hold on, let me just play one unreleased joint that I got, and it was of course a banger. And I'm just like, nigga, you couldn't just let this shit off before you officially was like, nah, I'm done. Like, I'm like, and it wasn't even officially released. He was just playing it in the podcast, played like one verse, and then I was like, yo, release that, my boy. Like,
yeah, I don't understand it either. It's like, dog, they be having whole mixtapes and albums worth of unreleased songs.
Good shit too.
Yeah, and it's like mastered shit. Like shit will be fully produced, everything layered right, and it was like, all right, mixed, like, what are we waiting on? Yeah, like, especially with a nigga like him who said multiple times he's never coming back to rap.
Yeah,
what's the point of sitting on it? And like, what you trying to wait and like you trying to let it, like, it's not wine, my nigga. It's not gonna age. Yeah, like, get better. Music changes. So if you could make it now and drop it 10 years later, thinking, oh, niggas ain't ready. No, niggas were ready. Yeah. Were ready. It's not gonna sound the same. So
yeah, especially when rap niggas sometimes be referencing shit that don't even be going on. Like, nigga, like, come on, son.
Bro, that's like Dougie Fresh being like releasing the song he made back in the day. Yeah, like, yeah, I was just holding on to this one. You know what I'm saying? Dougie, my boy, it's not gonna hit the same.
Niggas gonna be like, it's time.
It's not.
The streets is waiting.
Ooh, it's not.
You know what I mean?
It's not. He turned on something and it sounded like the brakes. I'm like, hey, dog, you might want to hold on to this.
Niggas gonna be dropping tapes talking about, yo, we ain't ready for a black president. niggas gonna be dropping fucking songs that are mad outdated.
Niggas gonna be talking about watching the first episode of Fresh Prince. Like, dog, that show was like 20 years old, dog.
Niggas gonna be like, man, yo, imagine if money goes digital, man. I wonder what they gonna call it. Digicoin? Too late, my nigga. We well into there.
Niggas will be making songs talking about playing on the Super Nintendo, and I'm like, dog,
for real.
We talk about Super Nintendo in your raps?
You know what I mean?
Come on, man.
But like, yo, I'm out here, I'm brand new, like Super Smash Brothers. Like, come on, my nigga. Niggas gonna be outdated like a motherfucker. But yeah, shout out to Method Man and Mary J. Blige. Shout out to your Image Awards and shit.
I don't even know how we got there, bro. I really don't know no more.
Because we definitely...
I don't know.
We can't even do the all-depth thing of trying to figure it. Because I remember when he used to do that shit, it was hilarious. They would be like, all right, how did we get here? He'd be like, this, Patrick used to be really good at that shit. He would be like, and even then I'd be like, oh yeah, I did. Okay.
I really don't even know how that one came about.
It just happened. We traveled, you know what I'm saying?
And we're talking about niggas winning in a war.
And then the other topic we have is kind of more, I ain't gonna say sad, but it just sucks. Slaughterhouse. For those of you are that may be familiar with the group, it was a group that consisted of Joe Budden, Royce the 5'9", Joel Ortiz,
he was in that,
and Crooked I, now known as King Crooked.
That is his name now.
You feel me? They did their thing, you know what I'm saying, was successful in the underground scene or the internet scene now. You know what I'm saying, got a deal with Shady and everything, you know, put out a major label debut, was doing their thing. And of course, you know, like anything Joe Budden related, it's fucked up to say, but it really was him. Like, I feel like everybody else had a clear thing what they were doing, but Joe Budden was unhappy. And I mean, when he explains it, you don't really be mad at him. Like, he explained that, like, he was upset with, like, it's another situation where we're not eating like we should be and we're being held back. So like now, you know what I'm saying? It's just another thing when I don't understand why niggas have problems with labels but then still sign the labels. But you know, it went the way it went, and now you know y'all know that Joe Budden out here podcasting and being successful in it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where it's at today, but he's still doing it. So I'm sure he still definitely has a fan base, definitely has a voice. I see his name in a few articles here and there, so his words still matter. You know, I ain't gonna mention what he's talking about with Meg Thee Stallion.
So what exactly was the point of you bringing this up again?
The point of me bringing this up was that Joel Ortiz and King Crooked have released a EP or a tape called The Rise and Fall of Slaughterhouse. And as with just them two. not the other two members of Slaughterhouse. So of course it brought a little discord in the group. You know what I'm saying? Without because apparently niggas didn't talk with their other band members about using the name Slaughterhouse and speaking on the rise and the fall of it. It's a little strange. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Royce the 5'9" had something to say about it. It was actually pretty mature of a response, but you could tell he's a little disappointed. In an Instagram post, he said, "You have 25% ownership / equity in a building. Let's say an apartment building. You build this building with your 3 partners, brick by brick. It's worth millions. Suddenly, the value drops because it needs renovations, etc. You and your partners have been talking about when and how this work is going to get dope or done." Sorry, I had to smudge my I had to smudge my phone. How this work is going to get done. Y'all just need to agree on plan of attack. Meanwhile, you and just one of the partners receive an offer to build another building together, but with just the 2 of you, minus your other 2 partners. Yes, there's a check involved, but, all caps on but, but, just one catch. You'll have to burn down the building you already have without informing your other 2 partners in order to do so. Would you do it? Didn't think so. Me neither. That's the post. And to further stop it, I guess ex-member Joe Budden of the Slaughterhouse Collective jumped in the comments of the post just to put a SMH. So, you know, you can see that these brothers didn't appreciate King Crooked and Joel Ortiz moving like this, which is funny because, you know, these are grown men, so I would think that they would have communicated at least something.
Don't think that.
I guess
think that.
My bad. I'm using logic. You know, niggas don't do that shit.
In hip hop, grown men do not communicate. Them niggas don't never know what's going on, dog. I can tell you from first-hand experience. If you watch the Sunday live shows,
I was like first-hand experience. Them niggas showcase it
exactly. Like if you watch the Sunday live shows at 2:00, you know damn well them niggas don't communicate. They don't even know what be happening. I just be having to be there and pick up the pieces.
Yeah. And get blamed for it too.
It's
all your fault, guys.
Somehow, some way.
Sure, I blame you too.
They'd be like, "Well, if you would have figured it out for us, you wouldn't have had to come on the internet and look crazy." What?
That's just funny that I know. I was sitting back twice, and I was like, both times it was like, "Okay, so how are we doing this? Are we doing this?" And I'm just like, "Y'all, the mics are on.
Exactly.
The cameras are on.
You know we can see you.
I can see you, right?" Like, that was funny as hell to me. I was like, yo, I love that Dead End is like they grown, but they're still some niggas at the end of the day. Like, I'm just like, nobody thought to be like, all right, let's have a discussion so we know or at least when the idea came up, it was like, all right, what are we exactly doing?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody.
All it took was like 5 minutes.
So we have 5 different ideas of one thing.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Happens all the time. So it's easy for grown men not to communicate.
You know, like Mike C-Town not knowing how many people are in Rushmore.
Exactly. He had no idea.
5 people.
It wasn't just him who made it. So who else said they didn't know how many people was on Mount Rushmore?
Ken knew, but he knew he was cheating.
Gotcha.
Because he used Run the Jewels.
Gotcha.
But C-Town was just like,
he had no idea.
He's like, how many? He's 5, right?
He's like, I didn't know if it was 5 or 3. He's like, 4. That works. I can work with 4.
Like, that was crazy. Shout out to Dead End Hip Hop. But yeah. So that's a little upsetting because, you know, it's grown ass. It's not even grown men. It's grown ass men.
Them niggas got kids.
Grown kids. All them niggas got seeds, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I just hope this shit don't get worse, especially with Joe Budden having a podcast. So, you know, he can have a tendency to explain things in the worst way and probably make things worse. Mm-hmm. You know, a la wondering why his 2 new cast members are new cast members and not the other 2 guys. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Rory and Maul. I'll be digging their podcast and whatnot.
That's good.
You know, it does hurt to say that they'll probably never be cool again. Just because like watching Maul, who is the cool one out of the whole collective of the 4 of them, Maul is like the coolest and like naturally cool, like not trying to be cool, like actually like how when you say you don't care and mad niggas say they don't care because they're trying to hide their emotions. But like at least 90%, I can vouch that I feel like you authentically really don't care.
I don't, from the bottom of my heart.
you really do not care about this.
Yeah.
Like he's actually cool, and for him to be like, yeah, I'll shake the room before I shake that nigga hand.
Damn.
I was just like, damn. So it's not just like one of those like, all right, you tripping, I'm gonna just go over here. It's like, nah, you violated, my nigga. And you know, you could if you want to know what I'm talking about, you can check out Smoke Dizz's podcast. I didn't tell you, Smoke Dizza has a podcast.
Everybody has a podcast.
Everybody does, but his is actually pretty dope. Like his, I feel like he's in a good lane. Like he's niggas.
Smoke Dizza always finds a way to find a lane for himself.
Yeah.
Even in rap.
Yeah,
We don't have to like it, but he been around for a long time, so clearly he found his lane.
Yeah, so you know, there's I think with the latest episode probably is maybe like a week old right now, maybe 2 weeks old at the latest. But Smoke Dizza Maul on the podcast, check it out. You know, you can just literally type in Maul and type in Smoke Dizza, it'll come up. You know what I mean? And he spoke about it and spoke about it candidly because apparently Smoke Dizza is really cool with niggas too. So like, you know, niggas will be comfortable to express that. You know, and he said his part without being disrespectful too, which is also, like I said, Small's a cool nigga, so it's like, we're gonna tell the truth. You know what I mean? But yeah, so it's fucked up, but you know, I'm just glad Rory and Maul are prospering. You know what I mean? Like I'm a fan of whatever they do, I support at this point. You know what I mean? But yeah, shout out to Slaughterhouse, all its members. Hopefully y'all can talk this out somehow.
Yeah.
You know, it is what it is. At least one thing that's good about this is it's grown ass men, so they won't be on some young nigga shit and be trying to shoot each other over dumb shit. You know what I mean? 'Cause that still gets me. I'm mad that Kodak Black caught a freaking bullet in a fight, but nigga, his homeboy is talking about, yo, we can just shoot the fade and it'll be over. And niggas' response is, this nigga know I kill people. Come on. That's not what we're talking about.
You jumped up like 3 more floors. We was down here on the ground.
Right, my nigga.
You was like, nigga, I'm over here on level 4 though. Whoa.
It's like, bruh, just shoot the fade with your mans and so y'all can be cool again or whatever, man. Like, y'all both street niggas. Like, what? Like, man. But yeah, and shout out to Kodak. He's on a media tour right now. I don't even know.
I think he put out an album or something.
Yeah, but, you know, and he cut his wigs with his wicks. He cut his wicks off again. So, you know, he be trying different styles out and shit.
That nigga hair be growing, boy.
Yeah, for sure.
His hair grew fast as shit.
Yeah, his hair do be growing. I'll give him that. You know what I mean? But y'all can check out the interviews too, because it is what it. Because I feel like it's gonna lead to another time where we don't talk about him, because he's teetering the line. He's teetering the lines on some of the shit he's saying, just from the shit I heard. So I'm just like,
it's only a matter of time with him.
It's only a matter of time. Yeah. It's only a matter of time. But yeah, shout out everybody involved. Let's get to this battle.
All right, so now, plural. So now we're gonna recap Resolution 2 for us. That was last night.
Word.
Resolution 2. There was
Charlie Clips.
It was not that. Resolution 2. It was
Lou Castro.
Also not that. Resolution 2. It was supposed to be Real Name Brandon versus Kid Slate. That battle had to get postponed because Real Name Brandon said his brother had just been killed. I understand that. Makes sense.
Sure.
Then we found out like earlier in the day that Clips and Lou Castro had to get postponed because apparently Clips was sick, so he wasn't in condition to battle no more. So then we were just down to 3 battles. T-Top versus Sharon. We had DNA versus Hollow. And then the last one, Averb versus Easy the Block Captain. Now, to the niggas out there who want to see them other battles, I'm one of them niggas. I was looking forward to all the battles.
For sure. It was a good card.
There was also like 5 battle rap events this weekend. Like tonight is the Remy Ma card. Like there's always there's mad events this weekend. So for a nigga like me, I'm not mad that we only had to watch 3 battles. They got in and got out. The event started at 6. It was over at like 8:30. I said, this is a great event. I was like, hey.
Listen, for now on, do that.
Exactly.
All right. If 3 battles.
Niggas be asking me. I was like, we was in Discord talking. Like, I was at a Public Enemy B was like, yo, because like Smack said the next event in March is in Atlanta. He's like, are y'all going? I said, hell no. I told him RBE been having events out here for months. We ain't went to shit.
Nah.
And then
still a pandemic out here, people. I just want that to be known. Still a pandemic.
And then he was like, so what battle would it take for you to want to go in person? I said, bro, I can't think of no event that's going to make me want to go in person. Like, I respect battle rap and I love it, but I still feel like the best seat is at home.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, going to a battle rap event.
Comfort. You can't buy that.
No, going to a battle rap event is like going to the club without music and without women. It's just gonna be a bunch of niggas around smoking.
Aggressive niggas.
That don't sound like fun.
Niggas and their nigga egos in nigga environments with nigga smells, nigga looks.
That don't sound like fun to me.
Nigga problems. Come on, son.
Nothing about
you like, bro. That's like going to you know what that's like? That's like if you have the homeboy, you go into the club and you have the homeboy that just likes to fight. Mm-hmm. Don't want to pull up on no hoes. Don't ain't trying to get drippy. He just wants to fight somebody. He's just looking for the right person for the right reason to fight. Mm-hmm. It just that's that into an event. That's what that feels like.
Yeah,
we ain't trying to be involved in that shit. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Plus,
they don't got chairs.
Plus, nigga,
they don't have chairs.
They don't have chairs. And I don't know if y'all realize. I don't know if y'all know this. You know what I'm saying? I know it's hard to tell these days, but I'm fat. All right. So
he is indeed fat.
You know, fat guys and standing for a long time can get a little tricky, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, you know, my therapist tells me that, you know, I talk bad to myself, so I'm trying to stop calling myself broke. Instead, I try to call myself financially unsatisfied. Mm-hmm. Though it does not roll off the tongue nice enough, you know what I'm saying?
That's a lot more to say.
You know what I'm saying? If you and Shaq was like, yo, we about to go to Ruth Chris, and I'm like, hey, I would love to go, but I can't go because I'm financially unsatisfied. No, it just sounds a lot better to be like, I can't go, I'm broke, nigga. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But since I'm financially unsatisfied, these events also be costing bread. You know what I'm saying? Like, them tickets be, you know what I mean?
Public Enemy B said he went to Gnome 9, and he said that after a while they did pass out water, and they gave out Popeyes, which I didn't know that they gave you food, but I mean, Gnome is a long-ass event.
First of all, passing out Popeyes is the most ghetto shit ever. Like, did niggas really watch Soul Plane and be like, you know what, that was a good idea?
That's what he said.
Niggas passed the bucket around and said, one piece of chicken. Niggas said, one piece of chicken.
He said they passed out water, they passed out Popeyes. I was like, that's cool, but that's not enticing me to want to go.
Like, you know what? And the funny thing is,
I can buy my own Popeyes and water, bruh.
Public Enemy B, what I need you to tell me is, I know you caught somebody just eating a biscuit and no water. Find that nigga. That nigga's a serial killer.
Oh, yeah.
That nigga's shooting up the next event right now. He's planning it. I'm telling you.
Guaranteed. So then, if I was to go to an event, it would need to be like last night. Be over.
It would need to be
2.5 hours.
It would need to be short. It'd have to be at Chris Brown's house.
I go to that one.
You know what I mean?
Chris, I go to that one.
There'd be some hoes up in there. Nigga, my girl would have to understand. I'm like, nigga, that's Chris Brown. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, that's T.I. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh. Nah, like it had to be some chairs.
Yeah.
Nice chairs too. Not the metal shits. You know what I'm saying?
Air conditioning.
Central air, my nigga. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be sweating. You know what I mean? Like, come on, yeah. We need air. You know what I'm saying? We need the yitches in the building. You feel me?
And it's like, I understand that's not how most battle rap events are. I know we gonna sound bougie, but like, I respect the culture from a distance. I love the culture from a distance. I don't. I have a lot of people I love, but I don't need to be all up on to love them.
Bro, I love them from an app, my nigga.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? YouTube, URL app. Go ahead and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Caffeine app. Go ahead and get your accounts in. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna love them from the app.
I have no problem supporting events. If somebody says pay-per-view, I have no problem paying. If they tell me they're subscribed to the app, I have no problem subscribing to your app. I do not like standing in rooms full of niggas. It's just not my thing.
It's a room full of niggas.
Exactly. Plus, again, I still feel like the best seat is at home. Like,
comfortable.
Because sometimes the room audio probably sounds different. When in finished video.
Yeah, you don't gotta have the wild nigga screaming in your ear, be like, get that nigga.
Yeah.
Get that nigga Rex.
The audio probably way different.
You know what I mean?
We sounding real privileged right now.
Ain't gotta smell niggas' breath. Nah, we just sound like niggas that don't want to go out. We sound like introverts, nigga. That's what we sound like. Indoors. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit beautiful, man. Nigga.
If you told me it was an outside event, like like a spring evening outside event, I wouldn't be mad at that because like spring is not even that hot. If it started at like 6:30,
I'll make it hot, my nigga. My body will start sweating.
I mean, I'd be hot too, but I would dress accordingly. But I would do that. You know what I'm saying? Like an outdoors event, but then it would sound shitty.
Yeah, because we probably gonna be mad far away from the actual shit because we're gonna be like, are we gonna be back here where it's nice and spacious, or we about to go really close and be in front of niggas' breaths and armpit smells and shit? Bunch of niggas that look like T-Top gotta compete with them niggas for space. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
when you bring your lawn chair and get comfortable.
And even then, niggas ain't gonna have speakers for your area. So,
nope.
Yeah, you gonna just hear. Oh, that's what it's gonna sound like. That's what it's gonna fucking sound like, nigga. No, you ever watched a battle and like went downstairs and turned like the temperature to where you wanted it? I'll do that every time, my nigga. Hey, you ever looked at a battle and be like, you know what? It's getting hot in here. And just took off your jacket. Like, yo, being in the crib is underrated. Y'all niggas.
You ever been watching the battle?
And it's free.
You ever been watching the battle and like, hold up, I missed that. Let me rewind this. Listen to it again.
Yeah, because you can't go to the. Hey, say that shit again, cuz. Nah, my nigga. Bruh, hey. In the crib is in the best move, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about y'all niggas. Best seat ever, bro.
Anyway, it was only 3 battles. We're gonna run through these real quick. Which one do you want to start with?
Nigga, you ever watch a battle eating Cold Stone ice cream, my nigga? That shit hit different, my nigga. We can go with A-Verb first.
Cool. I'm with that.
Get that out the way.
All right, so let's talk about. We did our predictions last week. At least I'm pretty sure we did because I know we talked about them. Oh, speaking of last week, I got some Public Enemy B updated us. He said he was dying laughing when we were talking about Kitchen Clean and Pass and all about the name.
Some niggas names is wild.
He said Kitchen Clean is just Clean Paper's new name. He said Clean Paper changed his name to Kitchen Clean.
Hold on. Okay, hold on.
Clean Paper.
You mean to tell me this nigga waited until now? All right.
So yeah, before we get to that, I just wanted to make sure I remembered this to bring that up.
So
Kitchen
first
Clean
of all,
Clean Paper's new name.
So what makes it worse is that's the only known nigga in the whole situation. And
then he said
Kitchen Clean.
Yes, his name is Kitchen Clean now. And he said Pass is just passwords from Grind Time. So I'm familiar with Password. He just shortened his name to Pass. I don't know when he did that, but Public Enemy.
He didn't want to just name it to words.
Nope.
He wanted to make it Pass. Yo, the funny thing is, that nigga sat there and was like, man, passwords, it just ain't working. I gotta change it. You know what? And I bet you he has niggas around, hey, why don't you call yourself Words? Nah, that's too predictable. You know what? Pass.
Yep.
That's what it is. Pass.
Still no updates on Reverse Live yet, but if anybody has anything, let us know.
These names, my nigga. These names, man. You know what's crazy? I thought Easy the Block Captain's name was wild at one time. Nigga said, "Oh, hold my beer." Kitchen Clean, man. What the Kitchen Clean? What kind of name is I want him to battle Goods. Literally, because I just want to hear Goods talk shit about his name. He's gonna be like, "I am battling a nigga named Kitchen Clean. What am I doing wrong?" That's crazy.
Just a quick update from what we talked about last week.
Fucking Kitchen Clean.
Just to let you know, our fans they be listening, dog. They help us out. Anyway, A-Verb versus Easy. We called before the battle in our predictions. We both said it was gonna be a third.
A-Verb was gonna win, right?
I don't think I said that.
I definitely didn't say that shit.
I didn't. I might need to listen to the episode again. I'm pretty sure that's not what I said.
Nigga, A-Verb need a burger. I'm getting tired of A-Verb at this point. Like, A-Verb is just. I feel like A-Verb has just become very uninteresting.
Yeah, he's been that for a while now.
And I hate
showing those signs of getting better.
And I hate to say because it feels like it's not bad. It just ain't hitting.
Exactly. He's not rapping badly.
Yeah.
He's just not rapping about things that people care about.
Yeah.
I think that's the issue. And I don't think he sees it. He's delusional. This is what I don't think he's joking. I don't think he be talking just to sell matches. I really in my heart think he thinks that he be killing niggas and out rapping niggas.
Yeah.
We don't hear it, and neither does anybody else. But Averb hears it.
You know what sucks? Is
that's what's weird.
I feel like that shit he be kicking works in conversations. You know what I'm saying? When he's in the barbershop with Math Hoffa and he's kicking that shit, it works. It makes sense. I feel like he knows how to explain it and deliver it properly. But when you're trying to do that shit in a battle rap setting, I feel like it just don't hit. It's too, I wouldn't even call it too intelligent. It just feels like it's not important enough, or it's not delivered in a way that makes it important or makes it hit. Because even the points he had were decent points. It just, I didn't give a fuck. Like, yeah, honestly, just like him even be like, you know what, like, I'm the age you was when you were still catching cases. I was like, okay. You know, the last round he was like, you know, a whole freaking round to explain that y'all came from us, but y'all be mad at us. But at the same time, it was like Easy was freaking explaining like, yo, all y'all got like y'all got smut on your resumes. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a new era. Like, it's like it's all that whole conversation is just not even to be had. We have watched many a battle. You know what I'm saying? We know all about the previous tier, and we try to give them all the flowers, and we really had to chalk it up. It's like, nah, it's really clear at this point. This new generation is doing something different, and not only are they doing something different, they are whooping y'all asses. Respectfully, y'all did what y'all did, but it really shows like some of y'all can't stack up to these new niggas.
Sometimes you just gotta pass the torch and move on, dog. Yeah, you can't keep trying to hold on to something because either you're gonna lose your grip, or it's just gonna break off. You just gonna miss it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one or the other. And I feel like he's the type he's losing his grip, where he really think he killing it, but he not. But then you got other niggas like Mook who trying to hold on, and the shit is just getting pulled away. It's just like it's getting yanked out his hand before our very eyes. So it's like it's only two options. You either hold on for no reason, or you let go of you. And Averb, he looked like we letting go of him at this point. Yeah, and
cause I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Like I'm almost don't even want to see no previous tier niggas like battle anymore.
I read somewhere recently that Conceited is supposed to be making a comeback.
Conceited is good enough that he might be able to figure something out. I feel like it's gonna be scratchy.
I was reminded how good he was in that, but I forgot how good Conceited was until we recently did the Arsenal. He actually did really good.
Me too.
And I've seen him battle other niggas. I just forgot because it's been so long. Like, Conceited was nice.
Yeah, that freaking Arsenal versus Conceited battle was almost like, I could almost rank it like maybe the first every fucking bar thing. Because I remember watching that and I was like, oh shit, these niggas, like, this is how Arsenal got big so fast. Because he was amongst, first of all, he got really respected amongst like the top tier niggas. Like, he was doing battles that them niggas would be around. And you know what I'm saying? Like, before we even knew who he was, like, I guess he was putting work in the streets. So it got him to them places so he can be in front of cameras and do his shit. And his shit was amazing every time. He was taking shit to new levels, honestly. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? When he had that young energy, like, he was coming with that shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? But Conceited might be good enough. He might be good enough to figure it out. I just hope he's been paying attention. Because if he hasn't.
If I remember correctly, because again, let me know if I'm wrong. I feel like I read that it said Conceited versus Cassidy, and I hope that's not what I read.
I hope not either.
I hope that's not what I read, because if that's what I read, Conceited, you don't got to come back.
It's gonna be the battle of the short niggas, man.
The battle of the short niggas, but we only want to hear one.
Oh my god.
But anyway, ain't very easy.
Cassidy, bro. You know what made it weird too? I think there was one time where I almost made Cassidy my artist of the week because I had been listening to him a little more.
No, dog, you can't do that.
His music is still, I still fuck with his music, but bro, the battling though, like what makes it really bad is Cassidy's not even a bad rapper.
He's not.
He's just not in the medium he needs to be in. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Cassidy playing his role though. He doing his job. He is. Like, he's playing the villain right now, and he's doing it very well. Like, if battle rap was wrestling, everybody would be like, battle rap this WWE shit now. Because he's the greatest. Is a great heel.
He is great with the face-offs.
This nigga is, because
he's delusional.
Heel. He does his job,
and niggas just be like,
fight. He makes himself the bad guy. Yeah, and it's like, it makes you want to root for the other guy. He's doing his job. The problem is, in battle rap, we don't want to watch it
at all.
But he's still a draw because some people will pay to watch him lose, just like Floyd Mayweather. Floyd is probably not a mean guy in real life, but when he got about to fight a nigga, Floyd's a great villain. Yeah. Floyd will make you hate him because he know it's going to make you watch his fight to want to watch him lose. Yeah. Cassie does the same thing. It's just the problem is watching him rap is painful. Yeah. It hurts.
It's just it don't fit the battle stage, my nigga. Like, you ain't gonna call the last poets to come and deliver a battle rap, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like, bro, like it's like imagine. Nah, cause you know what? Them niggas have been battle tested. Them niggas know the battle. You know what I'm saying? Like imagine Talib Kweli versus like Common. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if I'd want to watch that.
And that would be more entertaining than Cassidy, because I've seen instances where they at least know to target their bars against the opponent and say something disrespectful. He'll just talk about random shit. You know what I'm saying?
All right, we off.
The wood on the chair hits like a snare. You didn't prepare.
We off. We're off.
You had never had a chocolate eclair.
We're off course right now. This conversation of niggas just rapping to be rapping reminded me of something. So I watched the T-Rex interview.
Trying to rap around.
T-Rex did an interview 15 Minutes of Fame saying he would be down to do a Midnight Madness battle. He said he's been talking to Surf, he's been trying to figure it out. But he said he wanted to be old school. And if you want him to do it, he said he don't want to know who he rapping against, and he don't want his opponent to know who they rapping against. He said, because that's how it was back in the day. You heard a nigga was nice, you'd pull up ready to rap against anybody. Okay, that's fair. You wanted to be a surprise, like random niggas don't know. Fine. Then he said that he's cool with the judges. The judges is fine. But he said that he wants unlimited time limits. He said because they need to be a test of if it's just about who rap better, then we don't need time limits.
Nope. Nope.
And then so then I forget who did the interview. I think it was Uncle Rod. Might have been Uncle Rod. It was just like, so what you want? Unlimited rounds too? He's like, nigga, if it was unlimited rounds, I'd never lose. And nigga, you probably just keep rapping until niggas don't want to listen though.
Niggas will get tired. That's what will happen. Niggas, when a nigga yawn versus you, like,
he said he cool with even 3-minute rounds or even 5-minute rounds. Like back in the day, he said he cool with either one. He just want unlimited time limits. And I said, nigga, Surf will never agree to that shit. Surf will never let no nigga come out there, especially not a nigga like T-Rex, and have unlimited time limit on his rounds.
Because you niggas will have so much filler in your shit. It's ridiculous.
Oh my gosh. Especially if, again, he don't know who his opponent is. You just gonna be random bars for like 8 minutes in one round.
And to make it worse, that shit could work with somebody that's good. And the problem is, Rex, like, your last performance was good. It was but good. Like that was
he's been getting better. It took him this long.
It still ain't good enough, my nigga. It ain't good enough. Cause you know what that would be, bro? Like, bro, if you want to do that, you might as well tell Cassie to do it. Cause his bars be random and shit.
You might as well battle Cassie.
He just write 3. He just be home writing 3 of, I guess, the hardest verses that he can come with. It won't be just 3 random verses, and then you be like, all right, commit this shit to memory. Cool, let's go.
I'm finna
the hustler.
I'm finna kill this nigga. Are you though? But basically, yeah, that's what Rex said on the video. He's like, yeah, it's unlimited rounds. Like, if it's supposed to be about who really got the best bars, who the best rapper, like you should need to know who you're rapping against. I was like, I don't think that's how battle rap works anymore.
It's a different day and age these days, man. It's different these days, but you know, I can understand it because that was how it was, and T-Rex was one of the people that was known for that. Like, he was, because I think that's where he really got his reputation from. It might not even been that good, but he always had material. Niggas would run out of shit, and niggas would rap for like 15 rounds. Like, niggas would do like crazy amount of rounds, and he'll still. That's how he would beat niggas, because he would still have shit. Like, niggas could have 10 verses in their head. You go to the 10th round, when you run out, it's just like, and then the nigga's like, And that's why you should, and the gun go like this, and then niggas just gonna be like, ooh, because you ain't got shit. Now you just sitting there.
And then it's gonna be even worse if you got his mans with him, because then they're gonna start doing the dot mob chant. It's like, oh fuck no, bro. She gotta start stabbing niggas. She gotta start stabbing niggas, dog.
Bro, that's, I ain't gonna lie. I'll give Murder Book and T-Rex credit. I don't know if they originated this or whatever, but I will give them credit for like having the hype men that make the shit so much harder. Like when you just have power in numbers and your crew know your shit and they just hype your shit up, it just makes it sound so much tougher. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I first saw that battle, I thought him doing the dot shit was so hard. I was like, dot. I was like, that nigga dotted up right now, my nigga.
Yeah.
And just to find out, that was just a gimmick like a motherfucker, bro.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Anyway, so Easy, we agree, was a 30. Do we want
like a motherfucker, boy?
Go through our scores. It's not even worth it.
Well, there ain't no goddamn score. That nigga mollywop that nigga, boy.
Yeah,
like
I wrote down scores, but
at this point, bro, Easy is
it's not worth talking about.
Easy is in my top 3. He just making this shit look easy. No pun intended. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
he stays saying, like, he's like, I talk different. He's like, he telling us off to talk different,
and he consistent.
Go, oh, whatever, and then he talk crazy to niggas.
He consistent, my nigga. He consistent.
Yeah. All right. So you want to do T-Top versus Sharon?
Yeah, let's get that out of the way.
All right, T-Top versus Sharon. This was the opener for that night. This is the first battle. Again, it was only 3 of them. So they threw this out there first. Apparently, T-Top and Sharon is actually real cool. That's nice.
Yeah.
They showed a lot of respect to each other. All that. Overall, I feel like this was an okay battle. I don't think it was bad. It was okay.
It felt like a very intercontinental battle. You know what I mean? Okay, yeah. Very hardcore Holly vibes
this
in here.
Like,
you know?
This was for the European Championship.
Yeah, you know, it was like Bubba Ray Dudley without Devon. You know what I'm saying? It was just, you know, it was giving me Sunday Night Heat. You feel me? You know, a Sunday night main event, a Sunday Night Heat. But still very much Sunday Night Heat. That's what it was giving me. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a bad battle at all, but it was just nothing impressive, nothing crazy, nothing we haven't seen before. But also, it very much wasn't a bad battle.
I don't think it was bad either. My only issue on this goes for the whole event. This crowd was doing too much. Yeah, this crowd, like I told niggas, I feel like, bro, they must have paid them people to be there because these people was too excited over. People weren't even getting to the punchline yet. And the crowd was jumping up and down. Like, you would have thought Danny Myers in there doing push-ups again.
I am the god!
The way them niggas was acting. But
this is the part.
There was a really lively crowd. And niggas wouldn't even have their punchlines yet. But anyway, I think it was a good battle, like you said. T-Top He didn't spend the whole battle talking about Sharon being white, which is good because I would have got stale.
But he definitely mentioned it.
He had to mention it.
It was like a race angle without having a race angle.
Yeah. And then Sharon just had great rebuttals like every round. He basically
rebuttal game was crazy. I'll give him that.
He rebutted T-Top's whole third.
Yeah. And
just used his own gimmick against him. His T-Top started used the gimmick of this. Sharon confirmed this is real. That he used to scam people with the furnaces thing. Like he really used to do that. So he rebutted it immediately. In step. I was like, damn, nigga, he didn't have this pause and he was just flowed right into it. But I used his gimmick against him and it made it even more of a gimmick. Like, damn. It was crazy. So then, but I feel like T-Top, all right, who did I say won? I gotta double check my notes, see who I felt like won.
So would you say that T got topped by the white man?
I wouldn't say that. But I would say that I do have Sharon winning on the score. That's what I'll say. I'm not going to say what you just said, but I'll say that I have Sharon winning on the score. Because I'm going back to my notes. T-Top's first round, had a lot of punches. I also noted that this crowd is really excited. Let's take notes. Good rebuttal. And then he referenced T-Top using gimmicks a lot, which he does. T-Top does use gimmicks. I'm glad Sharon referenced that. Then I did write down that they had to keep calling his time. Dog, it's only
I ain't gonna
3 battles on the card,
and he was
There's no point in keeping his time that much.
And I feel like he was the only one they did that shit to.
And because T-Top didn't care. T-Top was like, no, I don't care. Go ahead. Like, you could tell T-Top wasn't bothered by letting Sharon keep going.
Oh yeah, you know niggas loved to tell time that time.
Yeah,
you know
like
niggas get on their Serious Jones shit.
Like
3 minutes is up, man.
Yeah, other niggas will care, but you could tell T-Top wasn't bothered. He was like, he would have let Sharon keep going.
I didn't even realize he went over because I was like, T-Top's rounds felt like they were the same length. Like
they felt long too.
Yeah, so I was like, you know, I ain't gonna lie, I did feel like that might have been the one time where I was like, I think it's because he's white. Because even with freaking Sharon, like, he didn't really spend a lot of time getting like gas. Like, he was just saying his shit. So it was like,
I think the reason his rounds were going over is because he spent so much of his round rebuttaling before he even got to his real material.
Yeah,
and then I feel like that's why he was probably going over time.
Yeah.
But they might as well just let him finish because again, 2 battles got canceled. Y'all got time now.
Word.
So you might as well just say fuck it and let this man finish his rounds. Especially if you can see T-Top doesn't care. He's like, all right, if T-Top will let him finish. Now it's different if your opponent cares.
Yeah.
All right, then shut it down so it can be fair. But you could tell T-Top was like, nigga, go ahead. And then Sharon tried to keep rapping in the third, and they just kept trying to silence him. He was like, all right, bro, whatever, I'll stop. But
yeah.
Overall, I had Sharon winning though on the scores. Who'd you have?
I got Sharon too. Sharon did his thing on there.
Yeah.
He's a little more impressive than T-Top, you know. T couldn't top him off. Yeah, it is what it is.
Okay. Last battle. DNA versus Hollow.
So would you say that DNA was all over Hollow in this battle?
Well, Hollow did say that DNA kept spitting on him. So
yeah, that was because that did surprise me because like while Hollow is like, you know, he's had his time and whatnot, one thing he's always seemed to have been is like professional.
Yeah.
So
and
for
this
him,
was like the least professional he's ever been.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck this overall. I don't know what the fuck this battle was.
Yeah.
He had 3 rounds of what, and then what? I don't know what was going on. All right. So luckily,
just
Shaq
so unfocused.
Shaq watched the face-offs because he knows I don't watch face-offs. He was like, yeah, they talked about he was like, yeah, in the face-offs, these niggas talking about like they're gonna have 4-minute rounds. But then DNA was saying he think he got a different contract. And then he tried to call Hollow like 2 days before the battle and was like, yo, my contract say 3:30. Does yours like I heard yours says 4 minutes. And Hollow was like, nigga, it don't matter. 2 days before the event, I'm not changing shit no more. No way. He's like, I'm not talking to you about this.
Respectfully.
So then they get to the event and they told DNA his round was long. Then they called time on him in the first.
Yeah.
So his round was too long. So clearly his contract didn't matter if he's already planning to go over it.
Word.
So then Hollow's rounds felt weird because he was stopping and then start again and stay.
He was trying to do the Psycho Lodge shit.
But he did it too many times.
Yeah.
And he didn't even say nothing crazy afterwards.
That shit was weird.
And then in the third, he was like, all right, so yeah, we're going to go 4th round and just freestyles, right?
You ain't
what? Who told you that? And then DNA was like,
watching Dead in Hip Hop. Huh?
DNA was like, that wasn't in my contract. He was like, that wasn't in my contract. I don't know what type of contract you had.
Respectfully.
So,
and I'm like, nigga, why would we sit here and freestyle on this professional ass event?
They've
like,
never had a 4th round of just freestyles.
And to make it worse, like for niggas that really watch battle rap, we can tell when you're freestyling. Why? Because your punchline may hit, but your setups are gonna be ass. You're not even gonna be using proper English sometimes. You're gonna just be using words that rhyme and shit that don't make sense just to have the last punch matter. But it's still it don't sound right.
Yeah.
Versus you actually constructing bars and shit like.
And it's like we've spent this whole time talking about Hollow because he really was the weak link in this battle. I think DNA had 3 good rounds. DNA had great energy. Yeah. Like on my scorecard, I pretty much gave DNA a perfect score. He had great rebuttals.
Yeah.
All his punches hit. His energy was good. The crowd was feeling them. Like DNA was ready to put on a show, and he you could tell for a long time he been wanting to do this nigga dirty.
Yeah.
Hollow was the one who didn't look prepared for this shit at all.
At all.
And
it's crazy.
I don't get it. It was weird as fuck. Then niggas wanted to get mad at the end and like DNA trying to finish his shit. He was like, "Dog, you are really mad right now."
I was like, "What?"
He was like, "I've never seen you this mad, bro. Like, you are really mad." Like Hollow said, "Could you keep spitting on me, nigga?"
That shit was funny as fuck. I ain't gonna lie. The only thing I did like about Hollow's side is I feel like he may have changed the voice a little bit. You know,
niggas were saying they thought he was sick.
Really?
He did sound slightly sick, so I don't know.
I kind of like the sick voice because usually the nigga that's the dying shit. Like it sounded like he need a glass of water bad, but
he had a couple okay lines, but overall it wasn't nothing. He didn't really say too much.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, this missing, rest in peace to Renee Brandon's brother, and get well soon, Charlie Clips. I'm pretty sure, for those two battles to be, especially me being a big fan of Kid Slade, which makes me feel even better because Renee Brandon ain't nothing to play with.
Nope.
And he's also getting well respected as one of the new niggas.
And he is EFB.
Yeah, he's every fucking bar, and he definitely stands by that shit for real. So if Kid Slade is getting real name Brandon, that means Kid Slade is slaying him like I know he could. You know what I mean? So that means his name is getting up, and I would like to see that event, that battle definitely happen on another card, and the Clips and Luke Castro joint. Shouts out to all parties involved that couldn't make it.
Yeah, Smack said that the Clips and Luke Castro is pushed up to this event in March, the one that's coming out here in Atlanta. Cool. So we know that one's already been rescheduled. We won't know about the real name Brandon one yet.
Yeah, he got it. That's a close death. So
yeah, I feel
he might need some time for that one.
Yeah, I get that.
So. Rest in peace. I don't know his name, but rest in peace to that. Rest in peace to the brother that was taken from us way too soon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was resolution 2. I don't think too much was resolved, but it was just weird. It was like the whole event felt weird to me when I was watching it. I was glad that it was over. I was like, I don't know what the fuck is, like, the energy was just different.
It was just fire mid. That's what it was. It was just the greatest grade of mid that they can give us. Like super wonderful mid. You know what I mean? Like yeah.
Well, that's gonna do it for the battle rap talk. I know you don't got any bars because it was just.
I ain't write none of them shits down.
I know you didn't write notes, so it's fine.
Freestyle and all this shit. Plus, for live events, we ain't doing bars because I don't know. I ain't like Sharon. I ain't about to sit here and remember all this shit to write this shit down. You know what I mean? But yeah. But we can go to our artist of the week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Quan already told me earlier. He's like, look, nigga, I remember this week, nigga. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna talk bad about me this week. I told him he can go first.
Very prepared, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? My bars is rehearsed. So my artist of the week is Icewear Bezo, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Detroit what, nigga? You know what I'm saying? Out here. Listening to that shit. Kicking that shit. Gangster shit. You know what I'm saying? Even though that nigga's actually an intelligent nigga, like, you see him in the interviews and he really talks that ill shit about, like, this is the past. I'm not doing this shit. He's almost on like some 21 Savage shit. It's like, that he was involved, but he's very much like, listen,
he don't want to do it no more.
Yeah, I'm not trying to do that shit no more. I'm past that shit. Don't play with me. Don't play with me because I don't want to have to turn back into that person that'll throw it all away. But it's just at this point in my life, I'm enjoying life. You know what I'm saying? And living it to the fullest. And I'm gonna give y'all this good music, put in this work. You know what I mean? And travel with this blessing that I got. You know what I mean? But yeah, Icewear Vezo, got that shit. The 2 joints I've been listening to is really the Rich Off Pints 1 and 2. Fire. You know what I'm saying? But my other artist of the week, because I always have more than one, because fuck rules. I listened to the Nas project, Magic. It was fire. It was fire. It almost kind of sounded a little different too. Like I gotta check the production to see if
it's not the same. It's still Hit Boy, but it's not the same as King Disease.
Yeah, like it felt like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. We gotta give, like, Hit Boy is really deserving his flowers, bro. Because, like, wow. We have all these other niggas that, like, get their props and whatnot. Like, shout out to Timbaland, shout out to Pharrell. You know what I'm saying? Just had a Odd Fridays and whatnot. Legends in the game.
Alchemist.
Shouts to
who's working for everybody right now. Somehow at the same time. I don't know how he does it.
Shouts to the Alchemist. You know what I'm saying? Shouts to that nigga Filthy too. You know what I mean? But, like, Hit Boy be just bringing different shit out of niggas, bro. Like, Hit Boy. Only through Hit Boy do we get 3 Nas albums in the span of a year and a half. Nas be dropping shit like a TDE member. You know what I'm saying?
Basically.
Like Nas ain't dropped consistent projects since like the beginning. Honestly, I think he was one of the people that was probably on average 2 years of project at least. You know what I'm saying? But now he's been in the studio lately. You feel me? So
the music game is different now,
and it's crazy. Like he's it's still good. You know what I mean? Like it's everything is good. Like the beats is good. Niggas can't say that he chooses bad beats anymore.
Nah,
you know what I mean?
Hit Boy been giving him good beats
for sure. So shout out to Hit Boy, man. Hit Boy, you a gem. You a gem, and niggas ain't gonna recognize it until afterwards. But you know, definitely fire. You know what I mean? And as an honorable mention, nigga, you could just put ESTG every week. That's the nigga I listen to. I fucks with him. You know what I'm saying? Forever get my lick back, nigga.
Gotcha. So my artist of the week, for this, I was gonna say Maxo, but
Christina Aguilera.
Nah, my artist of the week for this week is gonna be Denzel Curry. Shout out to my dog Denzel Curry. You know what I'm saying? He putting it on for Florida right now.
For sure.
He released "Walking" as a single a little while ago, like last month, and I've been having that on repeat pretty heavy. And then he just dropped another single like 2 days ago called Zato Ichi. At least that's how I think it said. I might be wrong, but that's the one. That's the song I played for you, and I was like, this nigga just made the song like it came off Toonami.
Oh yeah,
that's the one.
Yeah, he's definitely heavy on the anime. We can get the anime vibes from the track.
Exactly.
And it was fire.
But yeah, I just been bumping him in general, like listening to some of his older stuff and everything. So yeah. I really fuck with Denzel Curry.
Yeah,
he's nice, and he only getting better. That's what's crazy. And even on features and stuff, he drops a good verse. So I really fuck with Denzel Curry. That's my artist of the week.
Word. You gonna talk about that new fire Doja Cat you been listening to?
Nah, I didn't check for the new Doja Cat. But I mean, don't you be in racist chat rooms where they be showing feet at? So you let me know if she drops on.
I ain't been up in there, man.
Oh my bad. Okay, I must have you confused with somebody else.
My IP address be blocking me from them places. Feel me? I'm out here with it. But but yeah. So that's I think this can conclude an episode of the Hold It Down podcast.
Yeah.
You feel me? We out here with it. Another episode, content in the streets. We doing that. You know what I'm saying? If you made it this far, like, comment, and subscribe, my nigga.
All that.
What you doing, my nigga? Like, comment, and subscribe. You see it down there. Yo, am I pointing right? You know what? It's probably right here. Like, thumbs up that shit. As a matter of fact, thumbs up that shit, and then go to the subscribe that shit. You feel me? And then leave a comment too. Say something. I'm giving up on you. You know what I mean? If it's worth your while, say something. Say something. Hey. Bro, I ain't gonna lie. After the Odd Fridays, that song was like in my head for like the next 2 days at work for no reason. I was like, damn, they should have played that. You know what I'm saying?
Anyway,
shout out to Mariah Carey.
Where can they find you at?
You can find me at SAYQUAND. You feel me? On all social media platforms. You feel me? On the Facebook, I'm never on there. Twitter, sometimes I'm on there. Instagram, I bees on there. Holla at your boy. You know what I mean? And if you didn't know, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you can't read English. That's okay. Floyd can't either. I sell beats. You feel me? Who sells beats? I do. What do I sell? Beats. What do I do with the beats? I sell them. Very good context over here. You know what I'm saying? Clear messaging. You know what I mean? You know where I stand. All right? You ain't got to ask if I'm a feminist or not. I sell beats. All right? So holla at me. You know what I mean? I sell beats at SAYQUAN.beatstars.com. Holla at the website, you know what I'm saying? Got all kind of beats, you know what I'm saying? You like I Swear Bezo? I got that for you. You like ETSG? I got that for you. You feel me? You like Griselda? I don't have any of that because that's very specific. You know what I mean? If you ain't Derringer or Alchemist, ain't too many niggas trying to rap on them shits. You know what I mean? And paying at least.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But all kind of other shit. You like Drizzy Drake? I got that. All that.
So you know how to make another beat that sounds like Hotline Bling?
Damn sure I could. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you used to call me on my cell phone.
And I will not, but you can find me at Not Bloodbath. All my socials are the same. You already know what it is. All of them. I talk on all of them, you know, the Twitter, the IG, the TikTok. I don't talk on the TikTok, but I have it. And it's the same as the others.
He be TikTok and doing all the latest dances and trends and whatnot. You know what I mean?
That's gonna do it. This is the whole dumb.
You want to tell him about the time you did the Busted Challenge?
crazy, dog. I tried my best to keep it together. I was like, if I just ignore it, it's not happening. It's not happening. But dog, I couldn't ignore that. That shit was I'm tuned into another episode. Remember to tell a friend to tell a friend.
And tell a bitch to tell a hoe.
The South go hold it down.
We out of here.